Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be cooking some fried dumplings, one of our most popular Jamaican breakfast dishes. But not every fried dumpling is created equal, so stick around to learn the secrets to the perfect one. So we're just going to go in and make the dough now, guys. So we're just adding some flour, of course. And then we're adding some baking powder. So this, of course, is gonna get the fried dumplings to have that fluffiness and to expand when you cook it. I do like to add a little bit of sugar when I'm making the fried dumplings. You can use less if you'd like. Okay guys, so this is one of the secrets to a nice puffy, soft, fluffy dumpling. When you sift the dry ingredients, not only are you getting rid of lumps, but you're also aerating the whole mixture, so you're gonna get some air into it. So at this point, I'm whisking to distribute all the ingredients properly, but I'm adding even more air into the mixture because I'm whisking. So guys, another secret ingredient is some cold butter, and of course it's cut into tiny pieces because we want to mix it and we want it to be distributed throughout the whole dough. So what's gonna happen is this butter is gonna give us that nice flakiness on the outside, and it's also gonna help the dough to be even softer versus a dough that has no butter. And remember, fat adds flavor, so this butter is even adding flavor as well. So what I'm doing is a rubbing in motion. So I'm grabbing the butter and the flour, raising it and rubbing it between my fingers. This is called rubbing in method. So it's just aerating the mixture. So what I'm doing is I'm putting even more air into the mixture, but I'm also incorporating that butter into the dough. So just keep lifting and rubbing between your fingers. That's basically what you're doing here. Alright guys, so now I'm adding the water. The reason I'm using cold water is because we don't want that butter to melt while we're mixing the dough. So that cold water is gonna help to keep everything nice and cool while we mix the dough together. Alright, so don't over knead it. Remember that it's supposed to be a little bit sticky, so don't add any extra flour. And after we form a ball, we're just gonna cover this and let it rest. I'm using a damp cloth so that the dough doesn't dry out, and the reason we're gonna let it rest is because all that kneading develops the gluten, which makes it stretchy and tough. So you want to let the dough relax a little bit before you form those dumplings. It's all a chemical process, guys, trust me. Okay guys, so now the dough is much softer and smoother, and what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna form a long shape. This is just to help you to count out how many dumplings you really want to make. So if you're going to be having people over and you want to make sure that everybody gets a specific amount of dumplings, this helps you to just divide it evenly among the number of people that are going to be there. It's not compulsory. You don't have to do it. You could easily just pinch pieces of dough and roll it, but doing this just helps you to count out how many dumplings you really have, how much your dough really yields. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut it in half, then cut it in quarters, then cut it again, and then it just helps you to get a proper amount of dumplings for the amount of people the number of people that you're cooking for. So go ahead, cut it. You can cut it this way and then cut it across again. That way you can just count out the pieces that you have before you actually start frying. Because if you just pull it from the dough and just fry it randomly, can you imagine when you're done you realize like, oh my goodness, I don't have enough dumplings. So it just helps you to figure out how many dumplings you actually have before you fry it. So right now I'm just going to be forming the dumplings. There's different ways you can form it. You can fold all the edges in, you can pinch it and then twist and just roll it around in your hand. You're just trying to get it as round as possible. But there's different ways to get it. All right, so it's time to fry. we're gonna pinch the dumpling in the center. The reason we're doing that is just to allow the oil to penetrate the center before it actually cooks the rest of the dumplings, because sometimes you can end up frying the dumpling and then outside is nice and inside is raw. But if you do this, it kind of helps to, you know, get the oil into the center first. You don't have to do it, but I find that it does help sometimes. So the low temperature is going to help to start off the cooking process. Then we're going to heat it up even more to crisp the outside. All right, we are looking good. We're looking good, nice and golden brown. Guys, this dumpling is so nice and light on the outside and then just fluffy and soft inside. I know you're gonna love this recipe. Please try it out and let me know how you like it. Remember, guys, to share with a friend, comment, subscribe, and like the video. Thanks so much for watching. You guys take care.